Let's get Jeremiah 31 and 35. 31 and 31.
I got it.
Bring it up.
Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the day is coming, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
What's this covenant?
I will put my law in their inward parts.
So the Most High said he's going to put his law in our inward parts, right? Read.
And write in their hearts, and I will be their God.
And I will write it in their hearts. Read.
And I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
Then and only then will he be our God, and we shall be his people. That's when the covenant is going to be sealed. Give me 34.
And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor.
Right? Ain't going to be no more pastors. Ain't going to be no more prophets. Ain't going to be no more teachers. Right? Read.
And every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they all shall know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them.
So all of us going to understand the Bible. Every precept, every book, every chapter, every mystery, every dark saying, every parable, we're all going to know, from the smallest of us to the greatest of us. Read.
Saith the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins no more.
In that day, we will sin no more. Right? So this is the new covenant. And so we're going to talk about the new covenant. We're going to examine it. We're going to see if we're in the old covenant or if we're in a new covenant. Because this thing is a mystery, but it's not a deep mystery. But everything in the Bible you have to go through, right? We got to see. You can't listen to a man that says we're in a new covenant and say, okay, yeah, we're in a new covenant, and go out teaching people we're in a new covenant. The law doesn't exist anymore. You know, you got to go through the precepts and see. You got to examine. If we in a new covenant, then what was the old covenant? Right? And that's what we're going to do. To determine if we are in a new covenant, you must examine the old covenant. Right? And if we're going to see if the old covenant is passed away, then we in the new covenant. We're going to be fair. We're going to go through these precepts and learn. All right, now let's go to
Hebrews 10.
No. That's the same. Give me a Romans 11 and 25, right?
Got it. Romans 11. I got it.
Turn it down. Turn it.
Romans 11 and 25.
Read that.
For I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness is in part is happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in.
So we got to understand that Israel was blinded. So we're saying that the new covenant has come, but we got to understand at the same time that Israel has been blinded. Give me Proverbs 6 and 23.
Proverbs 6 and 23.
Bring it out.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light.
The what? Read
And
that
the
from the
law-
beginning.
For the commandment is a lamp.
So if we've been blinded, that means we walking in darkness. Why? Because we don't keep the commandments. Read that again.
For the commandment is a lamp.
So the only way you're going to figure these things out if you walk in the commandments. Because it's a light. It's going to shed light on all these dark sayings, on all these parables, on everything that's going on. Read.
And the law is a light.
The law is a light, right? Read.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Right. Obedience. Obedience. So we're looking at a people that walks in rebellious, but yet they want to explain the scriptures. Those two don't go hand in hand. You must be obedient, and you got to walk in the law of the Most High to begin to understand these things. Give me
I had a precept.
hold on, give me Psalms 11, 111 and 10, and then get y'all precepts.
Psalms 11.
111.
Bring it out, Shanetta. Psalms 111 and 10.
Psalms 111 and 10. I got it.
Bring it out, Grace.
Psalms 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So to fear the Lord is how you begin to become wise, right? Read.
A good understanding hath all they that do his commandments.
Right, and you're gonna understand this Bible if you start to keep the commandments, right? Give me Psalms 25 and 14 because this thing is a secret. You just don't okay. So if you got a business, Jasper Trinity, right? You got a business and you successful, and you got you whatever you doing, you kept it a secret, right? That everybody want to know. How is Trinity's business booming? But you got this special secret thing that you do that's better than everybody else. You're not just going to tell everybody else your secret. Why? Because then you're going to become unprofitable. You know? You're not just going to give away your secrets to anybody. You're going to give away your secrets to those who buy you, the ones that you love, right? Give me Psalms 25 and 14.
Psalms 25 and 14.
Read that.
The secret of the Lord the secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. And he will shew them his covenant.
You see that? So by default, the people don't keep the commandments. So they don't have the secrets of the Lord. So they don't understand the covenant. Read that one more time.
The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. And he will show them his covenant.
Right. So give me Sirach 37 and 12.
Sirach. Or
37 and 12.
Sirach, chapter 37 and 12.
Bring it out.
Wait, 37? Or 32?
37 and 12.
37 and 12. But be continually with a godly man.
The Lord said, be continually with a godly man. Read.
Whom knowest to keep the commandments.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments
of the Lord.
Right. So why would you ask secrets of the Most High from a man that says the commandments are done away with? That's the whole point. Read it one more time.
But be continually with a godly man. Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments.
That's what the Bible says. That's the commandment. Be with a godly man continually that you know to keep the commandments. That's who you're supposed to be taking instruction from. Get knowledge from, wisdom, asking questions. Don't ask questions from a man that says the commandment is done away with. You and that man both will fall in the ditch. Give me Deuteronomy 29 and 12. Let's examine the old covenant. Let's do that. 29 and 1.
Deuteronomy 29 and 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant.
The words of the what?
Of the covenant.
Read.
Which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab.
Right.
Beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Besides, so this is another covenant that he made in the land of Horeb. So let's see the covenant that he made in the land of Horeb. Go to Deuteronomy 5 and 1.
Deuteronomy 5 and 1.
Bring it out.
And Moses called all Israel.
And Moses did what?
And Moses called all Israel. And said unto them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears this day.
The statutes and judgments. One thing that's never going to change about the covenant is what?
Statutes and judgments.
That's right. That's never going to change. And all people, they think since the law's done away with, that's what they think. So they think off about the covenant. But the covenant's never going to change. It's always going to be about obeying the Most High, obeying what He said. You hear me, Grace? Give me. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy. Give me Malachi 3 and 6. Give me that real quick.
Okay.
Bring it up.
Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
The Lord don't change.
Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
That's right. So the Lord gave a commandment a statute, and a law. Right? That's never gonna change. This the same way. If I don't give a damn if I go to damn Honolulu, if I go to China or Japan, what I said before I leave is gonna stand. And if I come back and anybody did anything other different than what I said, there's gonna be some problems. How much more the Most High? Why do people on this earth think that they don't have to obey the words of the Most High because he's not in front of you? Well, you presume to him for him to not be in front of your face. But hey, the eyes of the Lord are in every place. He's right in front of your face. He gave you the command and then he went, well, you think he went away, but he just let you do your thing. So you think that a lot of people think, oh, well, the Lord's not watching. His commandments must be done away. So, but it's not that way at all, man. Give me, where we at?
Deuteronomy 30.
Give me Deuteronomy 30. Let's go into this to the first covenant a little bit.
Deuteronomy 30, 11.
Just start at 30. Deuteronomy 30 and 11.
Okay. For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee.
Right?
Neither is it far off.
Right.
It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
You see that? So read that one more time. Start at 11. Let's
Okay.
get the understanding on this.
For this commandment which I command thee this day,
Right, so the Lord gave us instructions, right? Read.
it is not hidden from thee,
Uh-huh.
neither is it far off.
It's right in front of you. That's what he's telling you. Read.
It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say,
Right, it's not way up there in outer space. Read.
who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us?
Right, the Most High did this purposely, so you wouldn't have an excuse. Read.
That we may hear it and do it.
Uh-huh. 13.
Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us?
Right, he didn't hide his words in the bottom of the sea, so you gotta search it out. He didn't put it in hieroglyphics. He didn't put it in a hidden text, man. He made it plain, and he put it right in front of your face so that you could keep it. Because he knew this people was a wicked people, and they was gonna find excuses not to keep the words that he left. You see? Read 14.
But the word is very nigh unto thee,
It's right in front of your face. Read.
in thy mouth and in thy heart,
Right, he left it. Read.
that thou mayest do it.
So you could do it. Read 15.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
Mm-hmm.
And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
to walk in his ways,
Mm-hmm.
and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments,
That's never gonna change. Read.
that thou mayest live and multiply.
This is the blessing.
And the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Okay, and this is the curse. Read.
But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away, and worship other gods and serve them,
Then what?
I denounce unto you this day,
Right, so that's how we became Gentiles. Read.
that ye shall surely perish,
Uh-huh.
and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
Read.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
Right, so all earth witness the covenant that we made with the Most High. Right? Read.
That I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Right, so if the Lord tell you to choose life, it shows you what type of people we really are if we chose death. You have to really think about that and take a second and meditate that on that. The Lord Almighty, right, was in the cloud, right? He split the sea. He brought manna from heaven. He killed all the Egyptians. He did all these signs and miraculous wonders. You see? And he said, choose life. But we chose death. What type of person, what type of people are we, really? And in choosing death, then we said, hey, the new covenant is here and the law is done away with this same wicked heart. This same wicked, how could you look at the one who created the sun, the moon, the earth, everything that you say, everything that you see, and he commanded you to choose life. He said your best bet is to choose life. But we said, nah, I got a better decision. I'm gonna choose I'm gonna choose the contrary. What? Give me you got a precept?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 4:6-8.
Bring it up.
Say, keep therefore and do them, for
Uh-huh.
this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations,
Great precept.
which shall hear all things, all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people.
Mm.
For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for?
Right, so this was our wisdom, that we kept the commandments. And this is how the other nations would exalt the Most High. Because in our disobeying the Most High and rejecting his commandments, we don't understand. We drag the name of the Most High name in the mud. That's why they look at the Most High and they say there is no God. We caused this. It wasn't the other nations that caused this. It was us that caused this, because he gave us his name. And he told us to keep his commandments. That way his name will be exalted. Right? And what read it one more time. Hold on.
We start at 6.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all things, all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is wise and an understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
Right, so the other nations would exalt the name of the Most High, but they didn't, because we didn't keep his commandments, right? So the name of the Most High is blasphemed. Not only is it blasphemed, but it's mocked among the heathen, because they look at us and say, "Hey, why would you serve? Why would I serve a God that put y'all in slavery, right? Why would I serve a God that y'all on the bottom? I can visually look at the Chinese people over y'all, the African people over y'all, the Arabs over y'all, and the white people definitely over y'all. Why would I serve y'all God? But what if the Most High said if we kept his commandments? Give me that Deuteronomy. Give me 28:1. Give me 28:1. Because we did this.
Deuteronomy 28:1.
Bring it up.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth.
And this is why the nations mock us. This is why they mock us. Because we below all nations upon the earth. What, you got a precept? Bring it out, Trinity.
Proverbs 7:2.
Bring it out.
Keep my commandments and live.
And live.
In my law as the apple of thine eye.
Great precept. Great precept. All right, give me let's finish. Let's you got a precept, David?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
It's Proverbs.
You gotta bring it out.
3 and 7.
Proverbs 3 and 7.
Yeah, Proverbs 3 and 7.
Bring it out.
Okay. Do not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
Fear the Lord and depart from evil. That's wisdom. Now let's finish. What do we have on verse 30? Did we go to 21? No, that was fine. That was good on that. Give me so he gave us the law. What did he tell us to do?
Keep my commandments.
He said, keep my commandments. Right? He said, keep my commandments. He said, choose life and live, right? So let's go to Exodus 19 and 7. Read that.
Exodus 19 and 7.
Bring it out.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these rulings which the Lord commanded him.
He did what?
and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him.
And what happened?
And all the people answered together.
Everybody answered together. And what they say?
And said, all that the Lord hath spoken, we will do.
No, they said we weren't going to do it.
We will do.
No, they said maybe we'll think about it.
We will do.
We agreed to the covenant. Read.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
And Moses said, okay, I'm going to tell the Most High everything y'all said. Y'all said the covenant was good. Right? We got to understand this covenant was only made to one people. To us. To us. Give me Psalm 78 and 10. Let's see what happened.
Psalm 78 and 10. They kept not the covenant.
Wait a minute. We just agreed to everything. You know that, right? You agreed to that, Gracie. Shanetta, you agreed to these covenants. You agreed to it. You agreed to it. You agreed. I agreed to it. We all agreed to this covenant, right? Because you are your father. You are your mother. You said all these things sound good, Lord. Hey, I'm going to take this covenant. I like that covenant. It's a good covenant. Read that, 78 and 10.
They kept not the covenant of God.
And then you turn right around and kept it not.
And refused to walk in his law.
Uh-huh.
And forgot his works.
You forgot what he did for us in Egypt, right? Read.
And his wonders that he showed them.
Read.
Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan.
What'd he do?
He divided the sea.
The Most High divided, literally took a sea and divided it. Read.
And caused them to pass through.
Uh-huh.
And he made the waters to stand as an heap.
Right. Today we just pay that heap. We pray. We be praying that, Lord, hey, can you give us the money to pay the light bill before they cut it off? Lord, give us the money for a car note. Lord, can you? The Lord divided the sea. He parted the sea. Read.
In the daytime also he had led them with a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And all the night with a light of fire.
Read.
He clave the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink as out of the great depths.
Right. Moses struck the rock and water came forth in the middle of the desert. Right. Read.
He brought streams also out of the rock and caused waters to run down like rivers.
Read.
And they sinned yet more.
They did what?
And they sinned yet more against him.
We was wicked. We was wicked.
By
And we still the same people talking about a new covenant. Read.
By provoking the Most High in the wilderness. And they tempted God in their heart by asking meat for their lust.
So that's what we did.
Deuteronomy 9:7.
Give me Deuteronomy 31 and 8. Let's see how this happens.
Deuteronomy 31 and 8.
She got it.
And the Lord, he it is that doeth go before thee.
Mm-hmm.
He will be with thee, and he will not fail thee.
You see that? So the Most High gave us a covenant, right? You got to understand this. He gave us a covenant. The Most High was excited about this covenant that he gave his people. We agreed to the covenant. Once you agreed with that covenant, he said, cool. Hey, now y'all my people. I'm going to go before you, and I'm going to show all the rest of the nations that y'all my people. Why? That's how the Lord deals. That's why when they say the Lord is coming back for everybody, they going off. The Lord chose one people, and he wants the rest of the earth to know that he loves only this people. So he chose his people. Now read that one more time.
And the Lord, he it is that doeth go before thee.
Uh-huh.
He will be with thee.
Uh-huh.
He will not fail thee.
Right?
Neither forsake thee.
Right. That's it. So the Lord went before us, and he started destroying the nations, cutting them off. So they understood that our power was the greatest power that ever is and that ever will be. That's how the Lord do. The Lord will get in front of you and start cutting off the nations where they can't deny it. What other place would you want to be than to have the Most High in front of you paving the way? It shows what type of people we really are when we chose to go the other direction. Like I would. That's my dream right now, to just have the Most High in front of me just paving my way, just cutting off my enemies, chopping them down. Everything that they come against me with, he chop it down and he chop their ass down. To the point they have to bow and they have to say, man, the Most High is with them. The Most High, why would you want to be in any other place than that? But it shows you how wicked we are, right? Go ahead, bring it out, Trent.
Hebrews
She got it.
9 through 10. When your fathers tempted me,
You okay?
proved me, and saw my works 40 years. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart,
You see that?
and they have not known my
You
ways.
see that? So we have not known, but there's a reason why we never kept the commandments. It ain't just that we didn't keep the commandments. There's a reason for everything, but you got to go into this word and figure that out too. Give me Deuteronomy 9 and 7.
Deuteronomy 9 and 7.
Bring it out.
Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Lord thy God to wrath in the wilderness, from the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt, until ye came unto this place.
What we have been?
Ye have been rebellious.
No, we have been obedient.
Ye have been rebellious.
We have always listened.
Ye have been rebellious.
We have been rebellious
against the Lord.
Against the Lord, right? Give me Exodus 16, 2 and 3.
Exodus 16, 2 and 3.
Bring it out.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron.
No, they thank the Lord.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses
No, they
and
was
Aaron.
grateful.
Murmured against Moses and Aaron
Read.
in the wilderness.
Read 3.
And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
Right, so they tempted the Lord. They said, hey, you didn't bring us out into this wilderness to save us. You brought us out here in the wilderness to kill us. That's like when you going your hardest to show somebody that you love them, and they saying that you hate them. You're gonna provoke them to anger because they're doing everything in their power to show you that that they love you, but yet you say that you hate them. They hate you, right? So anger's coming after that. Wrath. You're gonna say this a rebellious ass nigga. This a wicked ass nigga. I'm bending over backwards. I'm doing everything I can do to show you, and you still do not see. So I'm going to show you what wrath and anger feels like. Since you think that I came to kill you, I'm going to show you what that really looks like. So you can truly understand what love is. Our people don't understand what love is. Right? They think love is you doing whatever you want to do. Well, hey, the other nations, they can do whatever they want to do. That's love. You keep telling me not to do this. No, that's love. I'm trying to keep you from destruction. Right? I gave them over to false gods. But I told you, do not serve any other idols. Right? I gave you my laws as a heritage, and I told you to keep them. Why? Because I love you. This is love. So I correct you. Give me Isaiah. Did we get Isaiah already? Give me Isaiah 30 and 8.
Isaiah 30 and 8.
Bring it up.
Now go, right before them, in a table, and note it in a book.
Put it in a book. Write it on the table. Write it in past time, so we can fast forward and we can read it in another time. Right? Read.
Note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever.
That what?
That this is a rebellious people.
A rebellious people, right?
Lying children.
Lying children, talking about you living in the new covenant.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Because you don't want to obey the commandments of the Most High. The law is done away with. We in a new covenant. Right?
Which say to the seers, see not.
They don't want to hear the prophecies. They don't want to hear the truth. Read.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Right, don't tell us the truth.
Speak unto us smooth things.
And tell us that the law is done away with.
Prophecy deceit.
Prophesy deceit. Tell us that we in a new covenant. And Jesus died for all of our sins, and grace abounds. Tell us that all our sins are under the blood. I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. That's what we want to hear. That sounds good. That'll preach. You see? I'm going to put money in there. How much you need? You need 100? I'm going to put 500 in that plate. I like that. Right? So you keep putting your money in this plate to this damn homosexual pastor, and he's got a mega church. He's got damn 10,000 people in the pews, because he's telling them they can do whatever the hell they want to do, because grace abounds. Grace abounds. Give me Romans 6:1 real quick. Let's cut that. Let's like Cap said, look, we gonna kick that in the nuts.
I got it.
We gonna kick that right in the nuts. Give me Romans 6:1.
I got it.
Romans chapter 6,
Let
verse
your
1.
mom get it.
What shall we say then? Wait, where am I at? Shall we continue in sin
Hey, should we continue to sin
that grace may abound?
that we can walk in grace?
God
The
forbid.
Lord said, no way, right?
How shall we that dead is sin live any longer therein?
Right. So how could you serve Christ and live in sin any longer, right? Give me
Got a precept on
bring out that precept.
Sirach 37 and 21.
Bring it up.
Sirach 37 and 21. For grace is not given him from the Lord, because he is deprived of all wisdom.
That's right. That's right. So we made this covenant with the Most High, right? We made this promise. We made an oath, right? So what do y'all know about oaths? You have to keep them.
They're everlasting.
That's your promise.
It's unbreakable.
Keep
No, you can go halfway through and say it's done away with.
the holidays.
You got to keep it.
Keep the holidays.
So y'all telling me that oaths is forever,
Yeah.
vows is forever.
Yeah.
But the pastor told me that the law was done away with. Hey, turn on that for me real quick. Is that on? So I can now give me somebody give me Numbers 30 and 2. Bring it out. Let's understand what oaths are, because a lot of people don't understand about oaths. They don't even understand about when you vow before the Lord about marriage. Because marriage is an oath, right? It's a vow. Let's see what happens when you make a vow before the Lord. Because your pastor not going to bring this out. Give me that.
Numbers 32-4. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with the bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth.
You see that?
If
Now,
a woman,
now what does that mean, Trinity?
If you say something, if you promise something, then you have to keep that promise.
That's right. Especially if you make it before the Lord. If you vow it into the Most High, you better keep it. Now that's a man. Let's see if a woman make a vow. Read.
If a
She got
woman
it.
also vow a vow unto the Lord,
So women not excluded. Read.
and bind herself by a bond,
You make a promise to the Most High. You a woman. Read.
being in her father's house
Uh-huh.
in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul.
You see that? A vow. It says with a vow you have bound your soul. Your soul. So you can't walk away from vows. So we made a vow. We made a covenant to the Most High, and it was bound to our soul. Go ahead. You got a precept?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So covenants is everlasting forever. So my question, since we have no remembrance of our past lives, and say we made a covenant in our old life, and we don't even remember that we made this covenant. How do we carry out that covenant in this life?
A covenant is to death, right?
So once you die, it's no longer a covenant.
Once you die, it depends. Like marriage is a covenant to death, right? But the Most High covenant is everlasting. Give me I believe Barak 4:1. Give me Barak 4:1.
Barak chapter 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
For when?
Forever.
Forever. Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. So the law is forever. The law is forever. You have certain covenants and vows that are for this life. But the law of the Most High is forever, right? So
that's I got it. Never mind.
Go ahead. Let me make sure I answer your question.
No, I
fully.
think I got it. So that means like anything that you would have done in your past life, you was already judged for that, or no?
Right.
Yeah. So it
But-
won't carry on to your new life.
Well, you have to come here and you have to live out the judgment.
Right. The
You see
final
what I'm
judgment,
saying?
right?
So, because if you commit a crime, you have to go before the magistrate, and then they throw you in prison, and you have to spend that time. And a lot of people think this place is heaven, but it's hell. So we are prisoners here, man.
So we have partially paid for our sins. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm telling you that. Hey, give me. Hold on. Give me Job 106 and 23, I believe.
Job 106?
Or is it my bad. It's
Psalm 26?
is it Psalms 106 and 23? Job.
Therefore, God said that he would destroy them.
Hold on. Let me think real quick.
I think it's like the end. I think you got this one before.
Let me see. Now ask your question one more time.
So I was asking, so have we partially paid for our sins? Have we partially been judged for our sins? Because it's a final judgment. That means we're gonna be judged for everything that we've done. So the fact that we regenerate, my question would be, in our past life when we died and our spirit went up to the Most High, we was judged then, right? Or no?
We're gonna go here first. It's appointed unto a man to die once, and then the judgment. We're gonna go there first. Give me what is it? It's Hebrews 9 and 27. We'll start there.
Okay.
Then let me see. Job 23 or is it 24?
Got it.
Hold on real quick. That's a good question, man. That's a deep question. Read that.
Hebrews 9 and 27. And as it is appointed unto men once to die,
Once to die.
but after this the judgment.
Right, so you die once for your sins. And then after that, you have to live out your judgment, right? So each life that you have on this earth, you die once, man. So we're living out the judgment of our past life. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing right now. We're living out, and if we live to see, Yahweh Shai come, then we'll face the final judgment, which we hope that this is the final judgment right now, because look, you could say that we're learning our lesson. You see what I'm saying?
So the final judgment is what we've done in this life, or
this is the last judgment.
Okay.
The final judgment is the last judgment. Okay. And you're gonna keep regenerating on this earth until then. You have to understand that let's get this script real quick.
I think I get it.
Hold on, we're gonna get this script. It's Psalms 104 and 30. I knew it was in Psalms.
Got it.
Bring it out.
Psalms 104 and 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit. They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth.
Go back to 29. We start there so we can get the context.
Thou hidest thy face.
The Most High hide his face, right?
They are troubled. Thou takest away their breath. They die.
Right, so when the Most High get ready to take his spirit from you, you die. There's nothing you can do about that. Read.
And return to their dust.
The body returns back to the soil, right?
Thou sendest forth thy spirit.
You go before the Most High, then he sends you back.
They are created.
Right, he forms you in the womb.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
And he recycles the earth over and over again. That's how it was done. But let's go back to Deuteronomy 23 and 21. Let's get back to this vow, because we swore to the Most High.
Deuteronomy 23 and 21.
Bring it up.
When thou shalt vow a vow.
You should do what?
When thou shalt vow a vow.
Do what?
Unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not slack to pay it. For the Lord thy God will surely require it of thee, and it will be sin in thee.
Right. So if you don't keep the vow that you make to the Most High, it's sin. You have to pay for sin. Let me get Ecclesiastes 5 and 5.
Ecclesiastes.
She got it.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 5.
Bring it out.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Read that one more time.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than thou shouldest vow and not pay.
That's the commandment from the Most High. He said it's better to not even give your word than to give your word and not keep your word. Why? Because it don't matter, because the Most High, he's going to require of you. A lot of people don't realize this. They don't realize what's really going on. They don't know what's going on. They don't know that the Most High records everything that you say, and he holds you by your word. Now, the next man might not hold you by your word, but the Most High does, and the men of the Lord do. When you tell somebody that you're going to do something, do it. That shows you what type of person you are. Now, if you tell me that you're going to be over here at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and I'm sitting here waiting for you, and you never show up, you're not a man of your word. That means you're not shit. Really? At least call me and let me know, hey, you're not going to be here. But men give vows, they give promises, and they don't hold up to their word, right? Because, and the Most High don't respect you. Men don't respect you when you say stuff and you don't keep it. Hey, but people respect you when you keep your word. They really do. And that's what type of people we need to be. You got a precept?
Yeah, James 4 and 17.
Bring it out.
Therefore, To him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
It is sin. Right. Do what you say you're going to do, man. Be honorable. You got a precept?
It's Psalms 37:21.
Bring it up.
The wicked borroweth and payeth not again.
What the wicked do what?
And payeth not again.
From the top. That's a great precept, son.
The wicked borroweth.
The wicked borrow. The wicked. Hey, man. Hey, Chanel, you got $300. You got $300. Read.
And payeth not again.
I'm gonna pay you back. Read.
But the righteous sheweth mercy.
Right.
And giveth.
Right. We know this nigga not gonna pay us back. But we still give it to him. Give me
Say don't give nothing that you are not willing to lose.
You see? Let's get Deuteronomy 28:15. This is gonna show. This is the These are the consequences to breaking the old covenant. Hold on. Y'all know what that means? Somebody tell me what that means. These are the consequences of breaking the old covenant. She got it.
What you'll have to suffer for not keeping the covenant.
Right, that's right. These are things that you're gonna have to suffer for not keeping the old commandment. And by judging this, we will understand if we under the new covenant or if we under the old covenant. I mean, the new covenant or the old covenant. Now let's read 28:15.
Deuteronomy 28:15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
Why does the Most High keep talking about all these commandments, all these statutes, and all these laws if the law is done away with? If I keep repeating the same thing, that means I mean that, right? Read it one more time.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
all these blessings,
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now let's look at some of these curses. Because we gotta be in the new covenant. Because if we in the new covenant, that means that none of these curses should be on us, right?
Right.
Give me 32.
Deuteronomy 28:32.
Bring it up.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Should be what?
Shall be given unto another people.
Hold on. I got a video. Let's watch this.
Thomas White of Matt.
Hold on. I want y'all to read that one more time, Jasper.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Okay. Read. Keep reading.
Oh, okay. And 32. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long.
But what?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Right. So it says that your sons and your daughters will be taken by another people, and it ain't gonna be a damn thing that you're gonna be able to do about it. Now, this is one of the curses of the old covenant. Now, we're gonna examine this righteously. Check this out.
By 1860, it is estimated that more than 2 million slaves in America were under the age of 20. Even in infancy, slaves were viewed by their masters and by society as a whole as monetary assets, not as legal persons. These two young boys were photographed in 1864 in New Bern, North Carolina, a city that was captured early on in the Civil War by Union troops. This brother and sister were owned by Thomas White of Matthews County, Virginia, until they were turned over to the Society of Friends in Philadelphia. The photograph is entitled, As We Found Them. This photograph of a family of slaves in a cotton field in Georgia was taken around 1850. A family on Smith's Plantation in Beaufort, South Carolina in 1862. These photographs were circulated by the Union Army to encourage African American boys to enlist. This photograph was taken in Florida around 1870. Despite slavery being abolished in Florida in 1865, most African Americans would have performed the same work as before. These two young men were photographed in Hannibal, Missouri in 1865.
That's Brother Richard.
4 young boys sit in the war-ravaged city of Charleston, South Carolina, also in 1865.
See? I want you to read that one more time, man. Because, hey, read that one more time.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day.
This
long.
is the whole covenant, right? Read. Let's play one more. Check
5 things you didn't know about black children during slavery. Number 1, black children were fed like pigs. Because there were often many babies to be fed, they were fed out of troughs. Children fed like pigs out of troughs and being supplied sparingly, invariably fight and quarrel with one another over their meals. Their food often lacked nutritional value and led to malnutrition. Number 2, even children's games were aggressive. In the common game hide and switch, one child would hide a switch, which is a branch cut from a tree commonly used for whippings. And whoever found it first would then chase the others in an attempt to whip them. Number 3, children were often forced to have sex. The more enslaved people an owner had, the wealthier he was. Therefore, children were often forced to have sex in order to procreate. They were also used as sex slaves. Childbearing started around the age of 13, and by 20, the women slave would be expected to have 4 or 5 children. Number 4, ages at which children were required to work varied. Almost half of the interviewees in the slave narrative collection recall being put to work before the age of 7. Boys and girls were required to take water to the fields, tend to the animal, and care for younger children, among other duties. Number 5, high death rates. Children who were born into slavery were exposed to many traumas. This led to high infant child mortality rates, at almost twice the rate of their white counterparts. Thank you for watching.
See, give me 37. So when you really get to going into the first covenant, and you start to seek out the consequences of breaking that covenant, that oath that we swore to the Most High. He said it was better that we had never sworn than to swear. It overwhelms you. You see what I'm saying? Because you can see the destruction of our people, because the Most High not playing with us. He not playing. He not no homosexual God. He not no soft God. He's a man of war. So if you swear to the Most High, he gonna require that thing of you. Now let's read 37. Let's go into another curse.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword.
A what?
A proverb and a byword.
No, they're gonna call you an Israelite.
A proverb and a
Or
byword.
they're gonna call you a upstanding citizens.
A proverb and a byword.
They're gonna call you a nigger. That's what that's saying. Watch this. You know, Esau, we can't even have that. And Esau don't want a 5-second ad. Esau want a whole 15-second ad. You know, watch this.
You called me a nigger. Go ahead.
I called you a nigger. You're a nigger.
Hold on. Read that script one more time. Read the script one more time.
Okay. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword. among all the nations whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Right. Watch this.
You called me a nigger. Go
I
ahead.
called you a nigger. You're a nigger. Nasty fucking nigger.
Okay.
For Complex News, I'm Jinx. Unfortunately, we live in a world where
Hold
racism.
on. Read it one more time.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword, among all the nations whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Among all the nations, right? Watch this.
So there's a video circulating on the internet of a little white girl who was chilling with a group of black people. A mother and her kids appear to be. And she decides to call a little baby less than a year old the N-word. What appears to be the mother decided to take the situation to her own hands in a very polite and mature manner. Check this out.
What that word mean?
What?
What does that word mean?
You're a nigger.
What that mean?
He's a nigger.
What does it mean though? Like, what is a nigger? What is a person? Like what? How does it make you one? How does it make you one? Are you one?
No.
Why? Why aren't you one?
You're taking a video. Is that on Snapchat?
No, I'm not.
On your picture?
Why aren't you a nigger?
Because I'm not.
Why? You said he won. He's a baby, so how is he a nigger if he's a baby? That doesn't even make sense. Like, how can you be that? He was just born.
No, he's not.
He was just not so long ago. I'm saying he's still a baby. So what makes you? I'm calling them. I'm just saying, what makes you that? And how you not one? And you bigger than him.
I don't know.
So how do you call somebody something you don't even know what it means? Where are you? If he's a nigger, where are you? Girl, you crazy. Girl, let me stop.
Alright, let's get another curse, man. Let's get another curse of this old covenant. Right? Let's go to 49. Okay. Let's go to 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Go to 47, I'm sorry. Go
Okay.
to 47.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Right, because we didn't appreciate. Then it said only thing that we did was murmur and complain about this law and these statutes that he gave us, right? And that will show you that we on the old law anyway, the old covenant. Because the only thing that we do is murmur and complain about the law, about how we can't keep it, about how it's too grievous, about how the other nations can do this and that, about how we want to assimilate, right? We want to do what the white man do. We want to do what the white woman do, right? We want to be like our enemies. Read 47.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Right? So this the Lord, man. And don't this sound like your parents? Oh, you don't want to do what I tell you? I'm going to give you this then. Read 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
That's right. Read 49.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the who?
As swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue shall not understand.
Right. That's why we don't speak our language that we spoke before we got here, because they forced us to speak English. Matter of fact, it was a crime punishable by death if they caught you speaking in your native tongue. They caught you speaking in the Hebrew language. Right? Read 50.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
And this is what a father's supposed to teach the children. Black history didn't start with damn, what's her name, sitting in the front of the bus smoking a damn cigarette. Rosa Parks. They'll tell you that's what your history is. No, your history is way back here in Genesis, in Exodus and Deuteronomy. This your history. This is so-called black history. This is what they did to you. Right? They took this is what they did to you.
A nation of fierce countenance.
She got it.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
Right, because they'll kill an old black man. Read.
Nor show favor to the young.
And they'll kill a little black boy. They don't give a damn. Give me 65.
Okay. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Read that one more time.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
It says among these nations, you're not going to be doing your thing. You're not going to find no ease and what?
Neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest.
Look, not even our babies. Let's get this video. We're going to get down to the griddle.
No peace, no justice, no peace.
See that?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
You see?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no.
She got the spirit on her. She got the spirit of her ancestors. She's serious. You can feel that. You can feel the power of that through the screen. She means that, man. She feels oppressed. That little bitty baby. Go ahead, let's watch it again.
Peace.
I got another one for you. Watch this. These
No
babies.
justice, no peace.
Hold on. Read that scripture one more time.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart,
Mm-hmm.
and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Ain't no peace for the black man. Ain't no rest for the black woman. There is no comfort for the black baby and child. And we talking about we in a new covenant, but we still on all these curses of the last covenant, the old covenant. And we are wicked people talking about we in a new covenant, man. Let's watch this. But the babies will cry out and tell you that we ain't under no damn new covenant, man.
No justice, no peace.
Man.
No justice, no peace. What's his name? Jamel Floyd. What's his name? Jamel Floyd. What's his name? Jamel Floyd. Say his name. Jamel Floyd. Jamel Floyd.
All right, give me 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Uh-huh.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
This is one of the curses of the old covenant. But yet our people say we under the new covenant. The Most High said he was going to bring your black ass in slave ships since you didn't want to listen. And you still don't want to listen. Your black ass is going in slave ships to a nation that's swift as the eagle, that will not regard the old or the young. And when you get off these slave ships, they gonna sell your black ass for slave men and slave women. I'm gonna send your ass in slavery, and they gonna destroy you until you call upon my name. Those are the consequences of the old covenant, right? Hold on, let's read it from the top.
Okay. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man's gonna redeem you. Nobody's coming to save you. I'm gonna put you over there on the other side of the world, and there you're gonna be. You're not gonna find no rest, no ease, and you're gonna be on the bottom. You're gonna want for all things. Whenever you want water, you're gonna have to go to your enemy. Whenever you want clothes, you're gonna have to go to your enemy. Whenever you want food, you're gonna have to go to your enemy. And they're gonna oppress you until I break you. Those are the conditions of breaking the first covenant. Now look around and see the condition of our people. But yet we say we in a new covenant, right? I want to say this one more time. We're gonna watch this, right?
Hi, shalom from Israel. This is Ola, the daughter of Jethro. And I just heard that you black people that was stolen from Africa to America, that you don't know who you are. But you are the children of Yahweh, the children of Israel. And I'm telling you, you have to come back to your homeland, here to Zion, to Jerusalem. Because us the Gentiles, we do need you. We need you to come and pray because you are our saviors. You're the one that was chosen by Yahweh to live in this land, not the Jewish people. It's you. You were stolen from Africa. They deceived you. They told you that you are slaves, but you actually the children of Israel. And it's time just to come back. Come for your people, come back for us, come back for the whole Gentiles, because only you gonna save us. So please come back to that.
Right. Let's go back to Jeremiah 31 and 31. First things first about this new covenant. Let's see who the new covenant is for. Because I heard it's for the whole world. Right? Let's see what the Bible say. Let's see if the pastor was wrong, or let's see if the Bible is lying. Jeremiah 30, she got it.
Jeremiah 31 and 31.
Bring it out.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
No, with the whole world.
With the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
No, with everybody.
With the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
So it didn't say the whole world in there? Okay, let's go to Romans 9 and 4.
Romans 9 and 4.
Bring it out.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption.
The adoption.
And the glory.
Hold on. Start from the beginning.
Who are the Israelites?
The who?
Who are the Israelites.
The Israelites, right? The Most High said the Israelites will go through these curses, not all the world. So if you didn't go through these curses, then you don't deserve the blessings. Right? Read that one more time.
Who are Israelites?
Israelites.
To whom pertain the adoption.
So we going to be adopted back.
And the glory.
We're going to get the kingdom.
And the covenants.
And the covenants, first covenant and second covenant belong to y'all, to us. Read.
And the giving of the law.
The Most High gave us the law, right?
And the service of God.
Right, because we can only be the ones that go into the temple and perform these acts, right?
And the promises.
And the promises. All these things were given to the Israelites, first of all, right? So, and that is why these heathens will tell you that we in the new covenant. Can somebody tell me why these heathens will tell you we in the new covenant?
So you don't walk.
Because we don't keep the law. That is. But it's because they never felt the judgment. It's always been a walk in the park for them. You see what I'm saying? Because they'll go out there, they go through their bank account and they flip through their money, they live a glorious life. They never felt the wrath of the Most High. So it's always been a good day for them. A walk in the park. This must be the new covenant that the Most High was talking about. But gee golly, fellow. But it's a different story for us. There's no way you could tell, and they would try to paint them videos that we watched as hundreds. No, that was 50, 60 years ago. That was the near past. That just happened. That little girl, that just happened last year. Those little boys and girls that were serving on the plantation, that wasn't over 100 years ago. Right? Hey, but these nations, they never been through those things. So they would tell you that we under the new covenant. Why? Because they control everything. They the ones, that's what a pastor got to become an ordained pastor. You must go to a white seminary college to get a degree. And they're going to tell you everything what's the word I want? Controversy to the laws of the Most High, to the words of the Most High, right? Give me Hebrews 12 and 6. Give me that.
Hebrews 12 and 6.
Read that.
For whom the Lord loveth.
Who the Lord loves.
He chastises.
He chastises. So if they haven't got the judgment, that means the Most High don't love them. Read Proverbs 3 and 12.
And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
That's right. Every son that the Lord have, he beat. You know? You see that? Every son that the Lord had, he beat his son's ass, man. He beat his daughter's ass. Give me Proverbs 3 and 12.
Proverbs 3 and 12.
Bring it out.
For whom the Lord loveth,
Who the Lord loves, what he do?
he correcteth.
He corrects. Right? Give me Revelations. You got more on that?
Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth.
Right. I love you, son. That's what I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you go out. I'm not gonna sit there and watch you go out the way and not correct you. That means I hate you. I'm not gonna, Trinity, I love you. I'm not gonna sit there and watch you go out the way and not correct you. Because if I didn't correct you, that means I hate you. Read that one more time, Gracie.
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
He corrects. You got parents out here to let their kids do any damn thing. Because they don't love they self and they don't love their children. Give me Revelations 3 and 19.
Revelations 3:19.
Bring that out.
As many as I love.
As many as I love, what?
I rebuke.
I rebuke and what?
And chasten.
And whoop their ass.
Be zealous, therefore, and repent.
Right. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Love to love. We have to love the chastening of a father. The rebuke of a mother. Right? The correction of a parent. The instruction of the Most High, man. Give me Hebrews 12 and 8.
Hebrews 12 and 8.
And for the rest of these other people, right? Read.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards.
Right. He said, if I'm not chastising you, you a bastard. Meaning, if you're not receiving the punishments of the Most High, then you're not his son. You're not his people. Give me Psalms 147 and 19.
Psalms 147 and 19.
Bring it out.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
No, he gave his word to the whole world.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
And what?
His statutes and judgments unto Israel.
To Israel.
And he have not done so.
20.
He hath not dealt so with any other nation.
Uh-huh.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
That's because he chose you.
Daddy,
Huh?
you told me that scripture. He showed the word unto Jacob, the statutes, and judgments.
That's right. Give me Barak 3 and 10 real quick.
So that 14 and 14.
Somebody give me Amos 3 and 2, then give me Barak 3 and 10.
Amos 3 and 2.
Bring it out.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your
You
iniquities.
see that? Read that one more time. Read it slow.
Okay. You only have I known
You only have I known
of all the families of the earth.
of everybody that's on the earth, right?
Therefore I will punish you
That's why you went into slavery.
for all your iniquities.
For all your iniquities,
I have a
right?
precept.
Give me, you got a precept? Somebody give me Barak 3 and 10.
Barak 3 and 10.
She got it.
How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land?
Hey, so if you're in the new covenant, then why is the Most High mocking you? The Most High is mocking us, man. Read that one more time.
How happeneth it, Israel, that art in thine enemy's land?
So if you under a new covenant, then how is it that you've been there for 400 years and you're still there? Right? Read.
That thou art waxen old in a strange country.
Right, because our forefathers, they was fighting to get out of this place. He said, you wax old in a strange company, in a strange country. Our people are trying to look for equal rights now. Do you know your forefathers was fighting to get up out of this place? They wanted to go back to their land. Now you trying to be, you want equal rights. Our people want to be accepted in the land that we always hated. Read it from the top.
How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land?
You in your enemy's land.
That thou art waxen old
You've been
in a
here
strange country.
damn near 500 years. Read.
That thou art defiled with the dead.
Right, so you done came down and you done started doing what they do. That was it on that? Right, if you under the new covenant. Give me, what we have?
Acts 14 and 3.
Hold on. I want to show y'all something. Because this is how we learned how to become this is how we learned that we was under the new covenant. I want to show y'all something real quick. Look up to the screen real quick. How to become a pastor. Right, so you look this up online. You zooming in on that? Zoom on that. This is how you become a pastor. Okay. Train to be a pastor. Ministry. How can anyone? What qualifies? How to become a pastor. 15 steps. Be a good standing member in your church. Talk to your pastor to see restrictions of religion. Get a degree in theology to improve your chances to become a pastor. Get additional training or education in counselors. Have a close connection with your religion. Right? Memorize scriptures to back up your statements and belief. Now I will go with that. Speak to your church's pastor about your interests. Attend, look at all these Edomites. Attend your ordination council. So this is your steps to becoming the white man. This is how we learned that the commandment was done away with. These very steps. You can't. Then he say, in one of all things, right? So if you want to become a pastor, you got to go to a white man. But he just told you he only gave his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So give me Acts 4:13 real quick. Let me show you something about becoming a pastor. And it's contrary to all those.
Acts 14:3.
4 and 13.
Oh, 4 and 13. Okay. Acts 4:13.
She got it.
Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men.
They was unlearned and ignorant men, right?
They marveled.
And
they took knowledge of them, that they had been with Jesus.
Right, these men, they didn't go to no seminary. They were unlearned and ignorant men pertaining to the world, but the Most High taught them. Right, the Most High going to raise you up. You don't have to go to no seminary, and that's why you have to get into this book and let the Most High lead and guide you, because He's not going to teach you like this world teach you. He's going to teach you how you need to be taught. Give me Psalms 51, 5 through 12. We almost done.
Psalms 51 and 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
Hold on. Because I want you to get Jeremiah 31 and 31 again real quick.
I got 31.
Hold on. I want you to bring it out. You take this with me real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 31 and 31. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquities, and I will remember their sins no more.
Right. So the Most High said, I will write their laws, my laws upon their hearts. Give me Psalms 51, 5, and 12.
Psalms 51 and 5.
What the Lord say?
Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
The Most High created you in iniquity, right?
And in sin did my mother conceive me.
Right, because we got wicked hearts. So this is part of the covenant, giving you a new heart that you do not sin any longer. Read 6.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts.
Uh-huh.
And in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
Read 7.
Purge me with hyssop.
What do you say?
Purge me with hyssop.
Why?
And I shall be clean.
Uh-huh.
Wash me.
Wash me.
And I shall be whiter than snow.
Mm-hmm.
Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice.
You see that? Read.
Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities.
Here's the point.
Create in me a clean heart, O God.
We need a new heart. We've been given a wicked heart. The heart that you have is wicked. Until the heart that you have is pure, the new covenant has not come. Read that from the top.
Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit.
Right. Let's see how we got this wicked heart. Go to 2 Ezra 3 and 12.
2 Ezra 3.
The Most High gave us a wicked heart. A lot of people may say, "Oh, the Most High didn't give us a wicked heart." Well, if you don't think that, then you don't understand the scriptures. Obviously, you didn't go into the Bible and you didn't read the precepts. You didn't find out how Adam went off. You think Adam just went off because he went off? No, Adam was given. He was a seed of evil was planted in Adam's heart from the beginning, so that he would go off. And that very same seed that was in Adam is in all his offspring. That's why you find yourself not being able to do the things that you would. The same thing Paul was going through, right? Paul had a zeal and desire to serve the Most High, but he kept finding himself going off. Why? Because of this very seed, man. This seed. And until the Most High come and uproot this seed and give you a new heart, you're going to keep falling. You're going to keep bearing the same fruit coming from this evil seed. And that's the part of the glory and the grace of the Most High, to give you this new heart. It's a privilege. He's going to take out this stony heart and give you a heart of flesh, right? A heart that will obey him. Because this heart cannot do it. Sit down, Bo. Bring it out. 2 Ezra
3 and 12.
3 and 12.
2 Ezra 3 and 12. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first.
They did what?
They began again to be more ungodly than the first.
Speak up a little bit.
They began again to be more ungodly than the first.
Read 13.
Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham.
So the Most High looked at the whole earth, and he seen that it was wicked, and he chose Abraham, right? Read.
Him thou lovest.
He loved Abraham.
And unto him only thou shewest thy will.
Right. Read that again.
Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou shewest thy will.
You see? Read.
And madest an everlasting covenant with him.
See this covenant. Read.
Promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed.
He would never leave us nor forsake us. Read.
And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also they gavest Jacob and Esau.
And Esau, right?
As for Jacob, thou didst choose him.
He chose our forefather Jacob, right? For what? Read.
And put by Esau.
He put Esau away. Read.
And so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass, that when thou leadest the seed out of Egypt, thou broughtest them up to the mount of Sion. And bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movest the whole world.
Right. He shook the whole world for our sake. And man, it's like we have to go back and we have to go through the Bible and see what the Most High really done for us, man. So we can you need to be sorrowful for the position that we in, man, for the condition of our people. And you need to go back and see the accounts of what the Most High really did for us, right? And why is he really mad at us? He's not mad at the whole world. He's mad at Israel. He's mad at Jacob. He moved the whole world for us, and yet we still murmur and complain. That's why we in this condition. And we sitting here talking about a new covenant, about how we don't have to keep commandments. We are this very same wicked people, and we still got this same wicked heart. Right? So we have to acknowledge our sins and pray for the same thing David was praying for. David knew he had a wicked heart. David said, create in me a new heart. Renew a right spirit within me. I'm off. I'm wicked as hell. I'm not right. You got a precept? Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 7:9-10. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is the God, the faithful God, which keepeth the covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
You see that?
And repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay them to his face.
The Lord is not a punk. He said he's going to repay you to your face. The Lord is very bold. Why? Give me 19, Trinity.
And thy glory went through 4 gates.
This is what the Most High did for us.
Of fire, and of earthquake, and of wind, and of cold, that thou mightest give the law unto the seed of Jacob.
He moved heaven and earth just to give us the law. Read.
And diligence unto the generation of Israel. And yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart.
He did what?
And yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart.
He did all that. He didn't take away this wicked heart from us. Read.
That thy law might bring forth fruit in them.
Right. So that's why the law don't bring forth fruit, because we still got this wicked heart. Give me Jeremiah 17:9.
Jeremiah 17:9.
Bring it up.
Okay. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
Why we still got this same heart?
Who can know it?
Who can know it? You can't understand why you keep going off. You can't understand why you keep committing the same sin. Right? Read.
I, the Lord, search the heart.
I
tried the reins.
Right.
Even to give every man according to his ways.
Right.
And according to the fruit of his doing.
Give me Genesis 6:5. You got a precept? Bring it up.
Barak 2:35.
Bring it up.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
Read that again. Read that again.
I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God.
To be their God.
And they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
So that's part of the new covenant. Part of the new covenant is you being out of slavery. Part of the new covenant is you not being in your enemy's land. They have tricked our people to think that part of the new covenant is you still being a slave in your enemy's land. How are you in the new covenant and we still on the bottom? Everybody blessed but us. How is that the new covenant? Right? Don't you think the new covenant should make at least all men equal? I should have at least as much as you got. So you telling me the new covenant is our people being killed in the middle of the street with a knee on their neck innocently in cold-blooded murder? My son playing at the park with a toy gun and the police pull up and he gets shot 5 times in his chest. That's the new covenant? Food stamps for blacks. Section 8 for you niggas. That's the new covenant? That's what we've been waiting on? Right? All the Eves got on weave down to the damn floor. That's the new covenant? All the damn black men is homosexuals. That's the new covenant? That's what we've been waiting on? I thought we was waiting on a people to be redeemed, to be a glorious people. Back to their former state. If this the new covenant, then I don't want it. I don't want it. Let me go off and float off in damn space somewhere and never exist. That's not what we waiting on. We've been waiting on the kingdom. Right? Ain't that the same thing they told Yahweh when he came back? He said, will you restore the, I'm paraphrasing. He said, will you restore the kingdom unto us at this time? That's what they was waiting on. They was waiting on to take over. Give me Give me Genesis 6 and 5. You got a precept, bring it out, Judy.
Genesis 6 and 5.
Hold on.
Okay.
Get your precept.
It's 2 Corinthians 4 and 6. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts to give the light of knowledge of the glory in the face of Yahweh. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power of Yahweh, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh and not of us.
See that? Give me Genesis 6 and 5.
Genesis 6 and 5.
What the Lord say?
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
You see that?
And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
But the Most High said he was going to give us a new heart. So how is it that, read that one more time, if we under the new covenant?
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually.
You see that? So there's no new thing under the sun. And they say, well, why you reading out of Genesis? That's how it was in the beginning. Let's go to Revelation 18 and 2.
Revelations
18 and 2.
Bring it up.
Revelations 18 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen.
What?
Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
It's the habitation of devils, right?
In the hold of every foul spirit.
In every foul spirit, right? Transgenders, homosexuals, damn pedophiles, damn ecosexuals. It's people that have sex with trees now. They're having sex with the earth. Damn animals.
Mothers marrying their daughters.
Right? Mothers marrying their daughters. You see? Sons marrying their fathers. It has become the place of every foul spirit, but yet we say we under a new covenant and we still got old wicked hearts, man. Read that from the top.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean bird, unclean and hateful bird.
Every unclean and hateful bird, right? Meaning all these nations is here, right? All these foul demons and spirits is here. And what they doing while they here? They having a party. These clean and unhateful and foul spirits not sitting to the side. They not sitting on the bench. They star players in the game. That's why you see Nicki Minaj. That's why you see all you whop this and whop that and all this foul stuff, right? Let's go to Hebrews 8 and 10. We got a few more scripts. Let's wrap this up.
Hebrews 8
Bring it out.
Okay. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days.
After those days, right?
Saith the Lord.
Uh-huh.
I will put my laws into their mind
Uh-huh.
and write them in their hearts.
Uh-huh.
And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord.
Uh-huh.
For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more.
Read 13.
In that he saith a new covenant.
A new covenant, right?
He hath made the first old.
Will make the first old, right?
Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away.
Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. So he's telling you the new covenant is ready. Yahweh Shah already died. He shed his blood for the new covenant. But the old covenant is still here. Read that last part again.
Okay.
Now.
And now that which decayeth and waxeth old.
So the old covenant is still here.
Is ready to vanish away.
It's ready to vanish away. Right? Give me Luke 20. Let's see why it's still here. Let's go to Luke 21 and 24. This is why it's still here.
Luke 21 and 24 through 27.
Bring it up.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword,
Uh-huh.
and shall be led away captive
That's what happened.
into all nations.
We got scattered into all nations, right? Read.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Right, so then our land got stolen. And it got replaced with imposters, right? Read.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the sins reach up into heaven. Read 25.
And there shall be signs in the sun,
Just start looking outside.
and in the moon,
Just look.
and in the stars,
Uh-huh.
and upon the earth, distress of nations,
Like raiding the capital, right? Read.
with perplexity,
Uh-huh.
the sea and the waves roaring.
Just look at the news. Tsunamis everywhere you go.
Man's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, and for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
So it's letting you know that it's going to be it's going to get really bad. It's going to intensify. Read 27.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Uh-huh.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads.
Why?
For your redemption draweth nigh.
Right. So the time is not yet for the new covenant. Give me Philippians 2 and 14 real quick. It's not the time for that. It's a time for everything under the sun. But the time for the new covenant is not now. It's time for us to do what the Most High told us to do. And this is what he told us to do. Philippians 2 and 14. Give me that.
Okay.
Bring it out, Shanetta. All right, now. Philippians 2 and 14. I want Shanetta to bring it out. Then Jasper, I want you to get Matthew 10 and 15. Judah, I want you to get Zechariah 13, 8 and 9. Trinity, I want you to get Isaiah 54 and 10. Gracie, I want you to get Ezekiel 36 and 25. Bring it out. This is what time it is.
Philippians 2 and 15. That ye may be blameless and harmless, that the sons of
14.
God 14
Uh-huh.
do all things without murmuring and disputing.
That's what time is for. That's what, because we murmured and complained in the wilderness. It's not time for that anymore. Read that one more time.
Do all things without murmurings and disputings.
Why?
That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without rebuke,
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of the crooked and perverse nation.
No, in the midst of people with new hearts and new spirits.
In the midst of crooked and perverse nation.
No, in the midst of the new covenant.
Crooked and perverse nation.
Right, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, right?
Among whom ye shine as lights in
Right.
the world.
So the new covenant has not come. The Most High said that this is a wicked, crooked, and perverse nation. Every foul and wicked, evil, and hateful bird is still on this earth, man. Give me Matthew 10 and 15. Let's run through these real quick.
Matthew 10 and 15.
Bring it out.
Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city.
You see that? It's gonna be, Sodom and Gomorrah was reduced to ash. It's gonna be better than for Sodom and Gomorrah than it's gonna be for this place. So the time of the Gentiles must be fulfilled. Then the new covenant will come. Give me Zechariah 13, 8 and 9.
Zechariah 13, 8 and 9.
Let's see what has to be done.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off.
So 2/3 of our people got to die. You don't have to. What's 2/3? It's 7 people here at this table. What's 2/3 of 7? About 5. That means about 5. That means out of 7 people at this table, 5 people must die, according to the 2/3 rule. But hey, there is scriptures that a whole households can be saved, and that's my faith. That's my goal. That this whole household, that we come into the kingdom as a whole family. That's my desire. That we walk into the kingdom boldly, man, as a whole family. All 7 of us. You see? Read that one more time.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off. And
2/3 of the people, right?
Shall be cut off and die.
And die, right?
For the 1/3 shall be left therein.
But only 1/3 gonna survive, right? Read.
Okay. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. And refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people.
It's the same covenant. And what they gonna say?
And they shall say, the Lord is my God.
That's the same covenant. So before the new covenant come, 2/3 of the people must die. And 1/3 gonna be brought through the fire. That's a heavy thing, man.
That's the wilderness, right?
That's what we going. Give me Ezekiel. You want it. Give me Ezekiel 36 and 25. Let's see what's gonna happen with this new covenant. We moving right along.
Ezekiel 36 and 25.
It's gonna get good now. Let's talk about the real new covenant, right? Let's see what it entails. 36 and 25. Bring it out.
Ezekiel 36 and 25.
Bring it out.
Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you.
Hold on. Take your time with that. Read that.
Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you.
The Most High said He's gonna clean us. He's gonna sprinkle clean water with us, right? Read.
And ye shall be clean.
Then you're gonna be clean.
From all your filthiness.
From all your filthiness.
And from all your idols.
From all your idol worship, right?
Will I cleanse you.
Read 26.
A new heart also will I give you.
A what?
A new heart also will I give you.
That's what we want. Cause this old heart is defiled, man. I can literally sit here and read the Bible all day, and as soon as I put the Bible down, you get to drifting, and your mind will think of folly. You find yourself thinking of some dumb shit, some foolish shit. some stuff that you have no business thinking about. So that's why we need a new heart and a new mind, man. Read that one more time, 26.
A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh.
This rebellious heart, right?
And I will give you an heart of flesh.
Soften you, right? Read.
And I will put my spirit within you.
He gonna put his spirit in us, right? So we gonna do things in righteousness. Read.
And cause you to walk in my statutes.
Why he keep talking about these statutes if the law is done away with? Read.
And you shall keep my judgments.
Why is he talking about this law? Read that again, the last part.
And you shall keep my judgments and do them.
And you shall keep my judgments and do them. Right? Read.
And you shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers.
So this is the new covenant that you be put. That's why it's not for everybody. It's for a particular people, right? That's been taken into slavery, into bondage. That's going to be delivered from a foreign land, from the land of their enemies, and brought to their land. What the woman say? They lied to you. You are not the so-called black like they tell you. They stole you from Africa. You are the Israelite. You are the true Jew. You are our hope. You must return to the land. You are our salvation. You see? Only you can save us. We are that people. We must be returned until, look. If you take the engine out the damn car, it's not going to run. If you take the oil out the damn car, it's not going to run right. We are the mechanism that makes this earth run like it should run, right? You got the animals all out of place. You got the birds flying where they shouldn't fly. You got the weather all over the damn place. You see? You got people all mixed and matched. That's because the children of Israel are not in their proper place. So the whole earth is out of line. When you put the children of Israel back to where they are, and things gonna start clicking and everything's gonna work how it's supposed to work. You see? Give me
I got a precept.
Bring that out. I love precepts.
Matthew 16, 27 and 28.
Bring it out.
For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death.
You see that?
Till they see the Son of Man come in his kingdom.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Give me 30. Let's see what the earth gonna look like, right? Let's see what it's gonna look like. Give me 30. 36 and 30. Ezekiel 36 and 30. You got that, Shanetta?
I got it.
I want Shanetta to get it. Give me Ezekiel 36 and 30. I want y'all to watch this. Pay attention. We got like 2 precepts left. But these are some of the most important.
Ezekiel 36 and 30.
Right?
And I will multiply the fruit of the tree.
Right?
And the increase of the field.
Right, so there's gonna be fruit everywhere. So y'all don't understand that when we was in power, when we was in rule, damn near every other tree was a fruit tree. Y'all don't can you visualize that? Every other damn tree you passed, it had fruit on it. It had an apple or orange, a banana, a damn kiwi. Fruit was everywhere. It was when Esau came into power that shit started to die. This earth is dying. Why? Because Esau is in power. This earth will not answer to Esau. It only answers to the children of God. The gods, the real gods. When we get back into power, these trees gonna say, I want to bear fruit. I feel good. I feel like producing an apple. Would you like a banana? You see what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen, man. The animals gonna start, all these animals that became extinct, they gonna start popping back up. You're gonna start seeing stuff you never seen before. What type of bird is that? What type of, Stuff gonna start popping back up, man. You see? Give me that. Give me 31. Give me 30 again.
And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen.
31.
Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your doings, that you were not good.
That's the problem. We think we under the new covenant, but we still ain't. Hey, we haven't even seen the goodness of the Lord. Read.
And shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations.
32.
Not for your sake.
Not for who?
Not for your sake.
Read.
Do I this.
But why?
Saith the Lord God. Be it known unto you. Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel.
We gotta be ashamed for what we really did. That's the point. Go back to 21. Let's see why the Lord gonna do this. Go up to 21, Shanetta.
But I had pity for mine holy name.
What the Lord say?
But I had pity for mine holy name.
The Most High did it because his own name. Because you took his name, you dragged it in the mud. Read it again.
But I had pity for my holy name.
With what?
Which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went.
Read.
Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God.
Read.
I do not this for your sakes,
for what?
O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profound among the heathen, whither ye went.
Read.
And I will sanctify my great name.
What the Lord say?
I will sanctify my great name.
With what?
Which was profane among the heathen, which we have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord.
The heathen shall know what?
That I am the Lord, said the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes.
Because the Most High going to bring us from the bottom all the way to the top. And it's going to be better than ever before. This is the new covenant. Give me 24.
Oh, okay. I'll turn to it. Hold on. 34 and 20.
24.
Okay.
36 and 24. 36 and 24.
36.
I got it.
What the Lord's going to do?
24. I will take you from among the heathen.
No, He going to leave us here.
I will take you from among the heathen.
Read.
And gather you out of all countries. And I will bring you into your own land.
Hey, that's the new covenant, man. You got a precept?
I got a precept today.
Give me Isaiah 54 and 10. And somebody give me Ezekiel 20.
Revelation.
Hold on, let's get her.
Revelations 19 1 through 2.
Bring it out.
And after these things, I heard a great voice of so much people in heaven, saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our God.
That's right.
For true and righteous are his judgments. For he hath judged the great whore.
The what?
The great whore.
The great whore.
Which did corrupt the earth with her fornications, and hath avenged blood of his servants at her hand.
Right, that's salvation. That's the new covenant. That's the kingdom.
Oh, and I'm going to get 3. And again they said, Hallelujah. And her smoke rose up forever and ever.
That's the new covenant, man. That we should be saved from our enemies, man. Give me Isaiah 54 and 10. Let's get another part of the new covenant.
Isaiah 54 and 10.
Bring it out.
For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed. But my kindness shall not depart from thee.
But what? Read it again.
But my kindness shall not depart from thee.
Thy kindness shall not depart from thee.
Neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed.
So the Most High said we're going to have everlasting peace. How can you have everlasting peace when you worried about the damn light bill, the electric bill, the car note, the rent? You worried about shit. You ran a red light and Esau pulled you over and gave you a damn ticket, right? You didn't have the money to pay the ticket. Now you got a warrant. You see? How the hell we got everlasting peace, and we got 101 things to worry about every damn day. Read it one more time.
For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed. But my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith the Lord that hath mercy on thee.
That's right. Give me Ezekiel 20 and 33. We're going to wrap it up with this. Shanetta, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Because we're going to explain this new covenant, all right?
Ezekiel 21.
20 and 33.
20 and 33.
We didn't do what?
We didn't bring out Isaiah
20 and 33.
Actually, it was
That's right before Ezekiel.
We good. We're going to do it Ezekiel.
As I live, saith the Lord God, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you.
So this is the new covenant, right? Read.
And I will bring you out from the people.
He keep telling you. He going to take you from where you at. A lot of people don't understand these UFOs that's popping up all over. Only thing you got to do is research the news. If you know anything about anything, you will research why all these UFOs is popping up all over the place.
Chariot.
Right? These are chariots. They're coming and scouting. They're going to come and deliver their people. That's why you can see them all over the sky in every city, in every nation. It's a reason for everything. They're going to take us and put us in our land. Just like they call Yahweh up, who they call Jesus. They caught him up in that chariot. The white folks know. That's why they made damn Star Trek. And the damn spaceship come over you and you get zoomed up. They know what's going on, but our people in darkness, man. That's what Ezekiel was caught up into. A chariot. That's what Enoch was caught up into. Elijah. A chariot. That's the same way. Nothing new under the sun. Millions of chariots is going to appear in the sky, and they're going to start beaming our people up. And our enemies are going to behold us going up. Right? Read that.
Verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered.
So he got us bring us in a vehicle, right? Read.
With a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm.
Hey, it's going to be miraculous the way it look. Hey, them chariots going to pull up. You ain't even going to hear them. And then we just going, big black man going to come out. Hey, look, it's your time. You know, they going to call you by name. We've been watching you. You know, the Lord said, get on this ship. The Lord command thee to get on this ship. And we're going to get on that ship, right?
Their enemies beheld them.
Right. Read 35.
Keep going. Okay. I stopped at this. It said, and with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness.
Because, he said with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out, because he's going to destroy this place. Read 35.
And I will bring you into the wilderness.
We're going back into the wilderness. Just like we went into the wilderness the first time, we're going the second time. Read.
Of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face.
It's not going to be Moses. It's going to be Yahweh, who the world calls Jesus. He's going to take us back to the wilderness, and he's going to give us these laws once again. Read.
36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt.
And Moses kept telling them to obey the commands. Read.
So will I plead with you, saith the Lord God.
Read.
And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
Right, so Yahweh Shah is going to count his sheep. And the wolves and the damn goats, it's not going. Read 38.
Verse 38. And I will purge out from among you the rebels.
The rebellious.
And them that transgress against me.
So all Israel going to be delivered. But when we get to the wilderness, those that had a problem with keeping the laws and the covenants, they're going to have a problem with it there, even in the face of Yahweh Shah. Because they still going to have this wicked ass heart.
Because I was just getting ready to say, and them that transgress against me, that mean they currently doing it.
Right. All Israel will be saved. You can go to, what's that? Romans?
9 and 13.
No. Romans.
You want me to finish this?
Is it 13 and 1? Give me 13 and 1 real quick, Judah. Yeah, finish that.
Okay. And them that transgress against me, I will bring them forth out of the country where thy sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
You see that?
Okay. Romans 13 and 1.
No, give me and so all Israel will be saved. Keep reading, Shanetta.
Okay. Verse 39. As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, go ye, serve ye every one his idols, and hereafter also, if ye will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols, for in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Lord God, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me.
All Israel. Read that one more time. 40.
For in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Lord God, there shall all the house of Israel.
Some of the house of Israel.
All the house of Israel.
So the Lord, he going to deliver that wicked ass too. And he going to give you another chance to keep these commandments.